Came to Dallas today to address thousands of attendees at the Southern Baptist Convention. This is his second visit to North Texas in a little over a month, after he and the president, of course, spoke at the NRA's annual meeting here in town. Political reporter Jack Fink live for us over at the Kay Bailey Hutchison Convention Center with what the vice president had to say today. Jack?
Well, Doug, Vice President Mike Pence told attendees that President Trump has kept his campaign promises during his first 500 days in office. There were a small number of members here, though, unhappy that the vice president came to speak because they believe politics should not play any role in this event. Even so, Mr. Pence received several standing ovations.
Jobs are back. Confidence is back, and under President Donald Trump, America is back, and we're just getting started.
At times, it sounded like a campaign rally. Vice President Mike Pence told as many as 15,000 people attending the Southern Baptist Convention in Dallas that during their first 500 days in office, President Trump has kept his campaign promises.
We opened the United States Embassy in Jerusalem, the capital of the state of Israel.
Analysts say the Southern Baptists are a key constituency of the Trump administration.
President Donald Trump is the most pro-life president in American history.
After the Southern Baptist leadership announced the vice president would address the convention, a small number of members complained, saying politics should not be a part of this event. The leadership disagreed, and so did attendees we spoke with.
Yeah, I was conflicted. I understand the message that they're trying to portray. I get it. But I really think if whoever was in administration, if the president or the vice president of the United States is invited or offered to come, we as Americans, no matter what our beliefs or affiliations, should welcome them as Americans.
She and another attendee told me they didn't mind hearing about the politics, and they say they are pleased that the Trump administration stands with them. Live in Dallas, Jack Fink, CBS 11 News.
Jack, thank you very much.